Shalom and Namaste everyone. Today we're going to talk about the connection between indigenous people and their homeland. In a world of globalization and technological advancement, it's kind of look like the borders are a little bit blurry, and this makes our cultures and our traditions sometimes a little bit weaker. But it is very important to remember that throughout history, indigenous people didn't just live on a land, they were a part of it. Let's look at Bharat, okay? Let's look about the Indian people. Their rich culture is going back thousands of years, and a lot of ethnic groups in India are actually having their own cultures that is a part of this amazing and great civilization. The connection between Indian people to their land is so deep, and you can see it through everything in life. Food, art, memorabilia, festivals that you have. However, throughout history, there are a lot of groups that try to erase that. We can talk about colonization or just radical groups that try to erase every history so they can create themselves and forget about everything that were in the past. Now let's look about my people, the Israelis people, the 12 tribes of Jacob, what you know as the Jewish people. We also have a big connection to our homeland, and even though we've been forced to leave our land several times, you can see it in our history, in our prayers, everything. In our prayers, we actually pray so many times to go back home, to go back to our land, because our land has such a deep meaning to us. It's where we connected and became a nation. Despite being exiled and persecuted for so many years and for so many places, Jewish people has always kept dreaming and praying to come back to their homeland. We carry memories and traditions that are passing through generations that are connecting us to our homeland. And right now, especially right now, where there's so many radical groups, they try to not just erase our right for our land, but also erase our right for identity, our culture, our existence. This is a battle where we are all a part of. The attempt of erasing indigenous people, it's not unique to us. Native people all over the world are suffering from the stealing of their lands and erasing their cultures. In America, indigenous people that because of a really stupid reason, the rest of the world know them as Indians, they're also removed from their lands and severely harmed because someone else decided to make a home there. In Australia, the Aborigines also suffered the same consequences. Also the people of the Maya and the Inca in South America, all of them were extremely beautiful cultures that got destroyed because someone else. Every part of those people has they had a life, they had a rich history, and all of that were destroyed because someone else decided they're going to destroy history and they're going to disrespect native people. Now, we don't know people from the Maya or the Inca, but we do know Aborigines. Those people are still alive. And we do know Native Americans. Those people are still alive, just like how Israeli and people from India are still alive, and this is still a big threat to us. Despite all the attempts to erase indigenous people, we have responsibility to our homeland and our history. This is not just about the right to live somewhere. This is about our moral obligation to preserve history because, like, out of respect to our future generations and our past generations, and especially for ourselves. The land is not just a piece on earth. It's memory, it's identity, it's the roots from which our spirit is growing. We have the most important responsibility, which is to not forget this. Even if we're facing big forces that are trying to erase us and erase our culture and our identity and our homeland. Each of us has the right to defend our land, our homeland, but also we need to be able to help each other. We need to help indigenous people preserve their history, their culture, their land, so we'll be able to know more about what happened and what will happen in the future. At the end of the day, everyone can live wherever they want on earth. It's not just because I am here, no one else is allowed to be here. However, every place has a history, and we're all, if we're moving to a different place, you have to respect and remember and honor the people who lived there before you and the culture and everything that was there before you. And we had to do this. We need to protect every single Indigenous people and every single piece of history, so we'll be able better to know what happened. Because like we always say, people without a past are people without a future. So thank you so much for watching this video. Write down in the comments what do you think about this subject, and I will see you next time. Later out. Bye everyone.